Due to strong language, viewer discretion is advised. Today on Dr. Phil's Rules of Engagement.
This is Dr. Phil House, day 2, and just hit the fan.
The hidden cameras.
He's very abusive.
See, now that's a lie.
I said, get me mozzarella cheese fries. He brought me back mozzarella sticks.
It ain't about cheese fries.
Did he cheat on you?
When I was pregnant.
After jail, I stopped cheating on her. Have you guys ever cheated?
And the biggest challenge yet.
You guys did nothing but cheat, man.
They mad?
But you know what you call those? Horse sports.
It was insane. There was cheating done in that game, and then it was unfairness in the other game.
Whoa!
Do you understand that?
Whoa!
Princess Stephanie, what a spoiled brat. Oh my God.
Coming up. Let's do it. I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go, in 10.
Stand by, camera 6.
If it's happening now, we're going to deal with it now.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
This is going to be a changing day in your life. I'm taking people with real problems and moving them into the Dr. Phil house. I'm going to put you under a microscope. Need a camera here, need one here. I'm putting cameras everywhere to see what really happens behind closed doors. I am moving in with you. To marry or not to marry? That's what I've been asking 4 couples who say they're ready to take the plunge and say, I do. They have concerns about their wedding, the dress, the cake, the flowers, the music. But I had even bigger concerns for these fiancés. Here's what happened last time in the Dr. Phil house when they got a taste of my rules of engagement.
He doesn't give me enough attention.
If she's not the center of attention, I'm the complete enemy.
Princess Stephanie gets waited on. Then we're not getting married. Well, then we're not getting married.
I walk around scared of a person a third of my size.
You should be scared of her. You threaten him and beat him up to get him to change. Charming.
If Lisa and I end up getting married, this will be wife number 4. I have this dream to change the world of music.
Thinking you're going to be a famous rock star is like me thinking I'm going to be on the cover of Vogue next week. It's just not going to happen. Scott is a male chauvinist. He said, I will be the man and no one will tell me what to do.
Do you think you're a chauvinist?
I don't know what the Webster's definition of that is.
It was just 3 weeks ago you told her to shove the ring up her.
Tim and I are both 19 years old and we've been together 2.5 years.
When we found out she was pregnant, it turned our whole life upside down. I don't even have a high school diploma. It's hard enough for us to support ourselves, let alone another human.
You guys strike me as being very naive. I got sweatshirts older than you.
Keelan's the first boy I love. We've dated on and off for 10 years. We have an 11-month-old daughter together. My mom and friends think he might kill me one day. Keelan has slept with more than 300 women.
I still am a boy that wants to live a wild lifestyle. I want Dr. Phil to help me, otherwise I'm going to go to prison.
I lost my friends from you.
Keep telling yourself that.
You strangled one.
I opened the door. Shut the up.
I just hurt for you.
You want to marry into that?
Dr. Phil opened a can of worms.
If you think you should get married, I want you to stand up right now.
What does your fiance wear that you can't stand?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't like cheaters. Scott had 2 cards with different answers on it. I feel very uncomfortable. I'm sick to my stomach.
Turn to the right. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
I'm cool. Just shut up.
It's just so rude. It doesn't see it.
You gotta really lay into it, Steph.
Honey, I'm 110 pounds.
I know.
How would you want me to lay into this?
Forget it. Let's go. It's a bunch of
Look at me.
How many times are we gonna get screwed?
What the hell?
These guys are cheating again. Believe it?
It's supposed to be a fun experience, and it's not fun for me. Like, I'm taking off my mic. God, blame me now.
The team in the lead was Team 1, Kaylin, Lacey, Scott, and Lisa. And not too far behind was Team 2, Steve, Stephanie, Tim, and Lily. They just finished the second part of the challenge where the guys on each team shop for the food. Now, for the third part of the challenge, we wanted to see which team would be the first to cook dinner.
Carry your baggage. Douse that stuff.
Wait, it goes on fire first, right?
Yep.
Right on top of
Yep,
it,
right
right?
there, right there. That's good, that's good, that's good. Not so much, not so much, not so much.
Leave her alone. Babe, you can't help. Okay, shh.
More.
All right, where's the lighter?
We'll get all the stuff.
I'm so pissed, man. I ain't even dealing with that. Everybody's just fed up. Honey, you're doing so good. Go, honey. Go, honey. Go, honey.
I feel like we're shut up.
You guys are just gonna give up.
Yeah, because they're making the fire already.
Why in the world would you give up right now?
How much cheating are we gonna put up with? All right,
At least
let's.
give it a full.
What the hell?
Put those in the heat more. Yeah.
You guys, I'm gonna shut it.
Oh, yeah, and we're gonna try to do that? You guys did nothing but cheat, man. How'd we cheat?
We cheated?
You guys were running, you separated.
So did you guys really separate and break rules?
We didn't separate. Well, while he was handing out the change, I was asking people where stuff was at.
They
Competition sucks, but you know what you call those? Horse sports.
I'm venting, I'll be fine, I'll calm down. That's all. That's all. I don't like being cheated. I'm going to confessional.
Okay, well, it's pretty much done then, huh?
Yeah, it's done.
So let me see what the deal is with temper tantrums.
It just didn't feel very fair. The other team didn't really follow the rules, and I guess the way things are run here is you kind of don't have to follow the rules, and you can still win great prizes.
Yeah, this should be a happy time for someone to win a prize right now, you know?
You have to have a big set of to do that.
What, the cheating cameras on you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a shame now, because I don't even want to hang out with them anymore.
They keep saying, you guys separated. I'm waiting for them to come out so we can have a discussion about this. This is retarded.
Well, I think you four should come talk to us about what these issues are, about how we cheated and not pout in the bedroom. Seriously, this is...
We don't want to talk about it.
Okay, go pout.
I hate powders. No, this is really pissing me off. I'm getting really angry. I'm about to go in there and talk.
No, just relax, chill out.
This is angering me, okay? Don't tell me to shush. I'm mad right now, okay? I don't want to shh.
You tell me to shush when I get mad.
I know, you get mad about stupid things. This is ridiculous.
Did you cheat on Hitched or Ditched? Don't lie. The question that said, what's the least favorite article of clothing you dislike on your fiance? And on the top page, you wrote black dress.
I wrote black dress, and then I wrote nothing later. After. I did it after.
So that's cheating.
Well, it's cheating. It was a stupid knee-jerk reaction, and you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. That sucks, because we were all really bonding and getting along, you know?
I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. No hard feelings, you know? Happens. That's life. You know what I mean? People make bad mistakes. We're not gonna cut your head off for it.
I'm bummed that she's bummed like that, and they're bummed, and it's this
It's
thing.
not that she's bummed, it's that she's spoiled. And she has not won a prize yet. And she's like, I'm here to win a prize.
No.
I'm not saying sorry. This is not my fault.
That's why we fight so much.
I already asked them to come out and talk to us while we were in the living room. We don't feel like talking. I didn't like how you came out in the patio and was like, you guys are cheaters. How are we cheaters?
A person did admit that he cheated and Hitched or Ditched, and then that's what happened. That it was like a series of events. There was cheating done in that game, and then it was unfairness in the other game. So it wasn't just like one single incident.
Okay, fine. But he came out and he said, you guys are cheaters. It's like, whoa. Whoa.
He was just mad.
Okay, well, I didn't understand where that came from.
It was the cheating that happened before the farm market. Do you understand that? Oh my God. This is Dr. Phil house, day 2, and just hit the fan. I don't know what's gonna happen from here with the other teams. I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. But being as though we're here to get counseled by Dr. Phil, I'm gonna stay.
Old linebackers saying that we cheated. What am I supposed to do? We're sorry, Mr. Linebacker. No, wrong. Come here and whine about it to my face. You big 250-pounder. Think you could throw your weight around and be a tough guy because your little 40-pound wife tells you what to do all the time.
You really get to know how people are after they lose a challenge. Oh my God, it was insane. Talk about horse sports. Princess, Stephanie, what a spoiled brat. I think Tim's awesome. Lily, she's a bitch.
This is we quit this.
I mean, yeah, she's pregnant, but you know what? I've been there. And it doesn't mean that you can act the way she does.
Coming up, when the women are treated like princesses,
I was sent here to pamper you.
will their fiancés see more than they bargained for?
Wow, that's a strong word.
Yeah.
Hey, chump.
We're not getting married. There's no way. He's very abusive.
You got a pretty brutal woman, dude.
And later,
you allow him to do what he does. You badger and nag, and you nag, and you nag.
I have a lot of animosity toward them. A ton.
Four couples walked into the Dr. Phil house thinking that they were ready to say, I do. But after several challenges, some of the couples were beginning to wonder if they should ever tie the knot. The women complained that their fiancés never give them enough attention. So I invited a couple of good-looking guys to pamper the women while the guys secretly watched.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you must be Princess Stephanie.
You could just call me Stephanie.
My name's Freddie.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my
I was
God.
told that you aren't pampered as much as you deserve. So I was sent here to pamper you.
Okay.
So, we can do a number of things. I can either give you a nice massage, or we could just sit and talk.
Let's sit and talk.
Okay,
That'd
that
be
sounds
great.
good.
I knew right then that it was a setup, and I knew I was not taking the bait at all as much as I wanted a massage from him. I mean, not from him, but I wanted a massage, like, in general.
So, you're engaged?
Yeah.
Yeah. How is that working out?
Good and bad.
Yeah.
You know, all relationships have good points and bad points.
What's so great about the guy?
After 2.5 years, he still takes my breath away when I see him.
Yeah, so be the shrimp, take a hike. I was fine with the guy coming in. I knew he didn't have a chance. I mean, I'm pretty much the total package with a little bit of rough edges, so as long as I could smooth them out, put a stamp on me and mail me, I'm good to go.
Unfortunately, the romantic end of it, he lacks a little bit.
But when it comes to the romance thing, it falls all on the guy. Like, how come only certain things are split 50-50 and other things are
Rip
all
my
on the guy?
pants off me every now and then.
Does he tell you how much he loves you?
Only when I tell him he's not telling me.
Yeah, which is like every other minute.
Is he a good listener? Or does he do all the talking?
No, he's a good listener, but he doesn't remember stuff. I say, get me mozzarella cheese fries. He brought me back mozzarella sticks.
Like, she freaked out. She wouldn't eat the whole meal because she didn't have her cheese fries.
It sounds like he doesn't treat you special enough all the way around.
Right.
You should be treated like a princess.
Yeah.
Lacey?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm Mike. Nice to meet you.
Thank God I got the ugly one, man.
Let's talk about your fiance. How's it going with him?
He's most of the time.
Wow, that's a strong word.
Yeah. Well, normally I use I don't know if that's able to be told.
Well, I mean, that's a lot to say. Is there a reason?
He's cheated on me. He's been physical with me. We have a daughter together, and he doesn't really pay much attention to her or my daughter from the previous relationship. There's a whole bunch of issues.
When she explains the things I've done to her when I'm drinking or pretty much everyday life, it made me pretty sad, you know, because she is a good woman.
When you said he got physical with you?
Yeah, he has a couple times.
Really?
Yeah, when I was pregnant, he pushed me through a wall. He took me to the floor by my hair.
I feel really bad about that, just so you guys know.
And did he cheat on you after?
When I was pregnant.
Wow.
Twice when I was
That was a pretty
pregnant.
proper word then earlier.
Yeah.
After jail, I stopped cheating on her. I didn't want to set myself up. You know, have you guys ever cheated? You don't love them the same. You treat them differently.
Have you ever cheated on him?
Nope.
Never?
Never. He always accuses me of cheating, and
Oh, yeah, I guess I do always think she cheats on me. I don't trust anybody. I always think everybody's out to get me.
Have you ever, like, thought about cheating just to get back at him?
he'd kill the guy, I'm sure, and he'd make my life a living hell.
What if he knew what we were doing right now, like just sitting here talking?
I'd throw him through a wall.
Oh yeah, if we were in a bedroom talking, he'd be like, what the
Doesn't seem like a very good guy, but I'm sure you'll straighten him out.
Eat chump. Beat the grease out of your hair.
Hi.
Hello.
I just think ours is going to be completely boring.
I know.
Feel like a fish out of water.
Lily.
John.
John.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. You can relax, chill out. You want to lay back? Or you good?
No, I'm good. Good.
All right.
I think I know what's going on here.
So, for your boyfriend slash fiance, like, what's he like?
Perfect.
Aw, dude, that's good right there.
Oh, dude, that's gold.
I know. Why couldn't mine said that?
Would you like me to massage your neck?
Did you hear what he said? Would you like me to massage your neck or something?
Did he?
Yeah.
Just sounds annoying.
She's probably just pissed because they put her in her room and having some guy try to hit on her. I'm sure we'll hear about it.
I did not want to make eye contact with the guy that came into the room.
And he started hitting, like, can I give you a foot rub? You want to lay back? I was like, good thing my baby's there. He's screaming, like, get away from my mom.
Hi there. Hi, I'm Storm. How you doing?
I'm really nervous. I'm Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So you're getting married in about a month.
We're not getting married. There's no way, because he's very abusive, verbally abusive, and emotionally abusive.
See, no, that's a lie. That's a lie.
You got a pretty brutal woman, dude.
I cook, I do everything. He shows up at my house, which I own. Once in a while, he'll contribute something, but he doesn't give of himself.
I've built half her house. I mean, construction, money in her bank.
She's angry at you. Big time.
I hear that he's a singer.
He likes to sing.
What do you think about his music?
He's 47 years old, and when I met him, he told me it was a hobby, and he told me it was on the back burner, and I kind of thought he'd outgrown it. And now he's out, instead of making house payments, he's spending $1,500 on photo shoots of headshots.
It's always at the expense of making a joke of me. Always.
It embarrasses you?
Yeah. Oh, he's a wannabe singer.
Oh, that sucks.
Public.
That sucks.
You got a good man, you got to build him up. You can't break him down in front of people.
I tell him there are a lot of people coming to California trying to make it. They're absolutely gorgeous. They have incredible voices, and they're not paying people to give them these lessons and this and that. I'm like, I don't think it works that way. Scott thinks that I'm a dream killer and that I'm a witch, basically.
All I've ever wanted is to just tell her, look, can you lighten up? And it just encouraged me. She can't.
Coming up, tempers flare when the men confront their mates with what they just witnessed.
Could you say all the positive things about me?
Oh, make it up.
Geez, you don't have to show my underwear.
These people talk, but they don't listen to each other.
You obviously don't listen to me.
I have a lot on my mind.
I should be the first thing on your mind.
These people have some serious problems.
As you saw, the girls didn't hold back, telling complete strangers the good, bad, and the ugly about their relationships as their fiancés secretly watched. That created even more tension in the house.
Something dawned on me. That is your personality. You don't look at it as making fun of me, but I do. Where Lisa was sharing how she really feels, it was difficult to take. When we talk about it in a normal setting, it's one thing, but with other folks, you're kind of left wide open. I have to know why you have to make your funnies at the expense of hurting me.
He views all the humor that I use as a put down. I don't view it that way, because I laugh at myself. Nobody does that to you. That's in your head.
That's the point. You don't realize you do it. Could you say all the positive things about me?
But they're not asking that kind of stuff. And they're
So what? Do it anyway.
Oh, make it up?
No, I'm not asking you to make things up. But geez, you don't have to show my underwear. You know, when you're coming out like, oh, he's gonna this and he's gonna that. I would never do that to you.
He's very abusive, verbally abusive. And I would never say to you, take your ring and shove it up
You know,
your...
I don't know how many times I have to tell you I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it. It keeps getting brought up again and again and again. And it seems as like when I make a slip, you know, it's really going to be public record.
Maybe I need to stop being who I am, and I'm not going to do that. I already did that.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, you are.
But I'm saying get it under...
You told me before.
These people talk, but they don't listen to each other. It's always they're thinking about what they're going to say next while that person is talking.
No.
We have an understanding of you. How you work, how sensitive you are, how broken you are, how everything you are. Everything is always about you. It just keeps going around and around where I'm trying to explain that I didn't mean any harm, and where he keeps trying to explain to me, well, what about this? And I'm so sensitive, and give me a break, and you don't have any compassion. I'm not trying to hurt you.
No, but I know, but do you understand that it hurts me when you say something?
Well, I do now. Scott takes it personally when I use humor.
That's the big lesson for today.
Hello? You saw I cracked the case, figured it out. I know what you do.
That's how I feel, okay? That's all.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me. I'm glad that you told me how you feel.
Yeah, but she doesn't know how he felt. She never heard it, never registered.
Everything you were saying, we heard. The most of it I agree with, and, you know, feel the same way. I need work in a lot of different areas.
What do you mean most? What didn't you agree with?
Well, I got a bad memory, remember?
Oh, yeah. You do? How are you going to say you don't? Like, okay, when I ask for mozzarella cheese fries and you come back with mozzarella sticks.
If they can't get along over mozzarella fries or cheese, how are they going to do about money, babies, geography, careers, in-laws, religion? I mean, come on.
You obviously don't listen to me.
I have a lot on my mind.
Well, I should be the first thing on your mind. I got upset because I felt that Steve was disagreeing with what I was saying, that I feel that he only half listens to me. You need to step back from that and say, okay, this is my fiance, the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Let's pay attention to her.
Over cheese sticks?
Steve, you know it goes deeper than that.
I hope they realize it's deeper than that.
That's why we're here, right?
All of these emotions just came over me, and I'm like, gosh, if we can't even agree, you know, to disagree, how is this gonna work? I just want our relationship to work so bad. Sometimes I just feel like we don't have a chance because we're not on the same page.
So there's nothing out of it that you liked or didn't like or learned from?
It was the truth. And it just made me feel bad. I know I've done some terrible stuff in my life, but I'm trying to learn now, so I'm ready for some answers. I mean, their stories are all like, you know, they just bicker. Mine, I beat up on you, you beat up on me, and, you know, it's rough times. Too much anger.
Yep.
She has a lot of good qualities that I really love about her, but, you know, there's a lot of things that I hate about her, too. I hope we can work things out.
Hearing everyone else and hearing what you said was
What they say. Is it bad?
It seems like all the other couples are about to cut each other's head off, and I don't feel like we quite fit in around here.
These people have some serious problems.
Well, I'm headed to the house tomorrow, so we're going to find out who has the problems, what they are, and start working on them.
Coming up.
Why are you waiting for him to go?
I've packed up, I've moved out, and then we get back together.
Are you a slow learner?
And which couple used this from Dr. Phil?
If you marry her, she will make you miserable for the rest of your life.
We now return to the Dr. Phil house.
When I came in here, I said, if you think you should get married, stand up. So let me ask the question again. If you think you should get married, stand up. Why didn't you stand up?
We do want to get married, just not right now.
He says, I'm still a boy that wants to live a wild lifestyle.
He said that a few times, and I've told him, if that's what you want to do, then go.
Why is he waiting for him to go? Why wouldn't you decide, I have a standard, you either meet it or you don't, and right now you don't?
I've packed up, I've moved out. And then he begs me back. He turns into Prince Charming for a month or whatever, and then we get back together. Then a month later, he's back to this.
Are you a slow learner?
No.
I mean, seriously, you have to ask yourself that, don't you? Let's face it, you got to have ownership in this, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Because if things start getting a little calm, you know how to push the buttons, don't you? And there's sometimes it builds up in you where you just got to pick a fight. You allow him to do what he does. You badger and nag. And you nag, and you nag, and you know you nag.
When I start nagging at him if he irritates me?
Yeah, it's just not hard for you to get on something and start pecking, particularly when you're burned by what he's done.
I have a lot of animosity towards him. A ton.
I know I nag at Kaylin, but it's just the fact that he doesn't help. He doesn't talk. And that's when I keep pushing him. There's times that I don't even know who he is when he gets all angry and crazy.
What are you so angry about?
I have no idea. I've done a lot of bad stuff in my life.
Do you not like yourself?
Most of the times, no.
You have unbridled anger. And I guarantee you, it's baggage that fills up a room. It's kind of like you can get up every day, and it's kind of like, okay, it's time to go to work. I got to pick up my baggage and take it to work with me and set it down. Now I got to work for a while. It's with you all the time. You're angry all the time, aren't you?
Yes.
You're carrying that baggage with you all the time. You need to get rid of it. And that's what you're going to have to make a decision about. That's what we're going to continue to do.
I definitely need help, and I've always been scared of my anger. I don't want to be a monster at all. I want to be happy.
What do you think about him not standing up there, Princess?
I'm scared that he's going to leave me.
Should you leave her?
I don't know.
What do you want in a husband? Do you want someone with pride and self-esteem and a clarity and conviction of who he is and what he wants in his life partner?
Yes.
I've driven up on wrecks on the interstate with people in less shock than he is. If you marry her, she will make you miserable for the rest of your life.
You're totally right. You are totally right.
I mean, you know that. Why are you acting like you don't know it? Because she's hot? Is that what it is?
No.
I mean, she treats you like crap.
Not all the time.
You've told us you fight 5 out of 7 days a week. So is it the 2 days that you're hanging on for? Is this like the marital weekend? Trust me, he's got ownership in this. He either elicits, allows, or maintains whatever you do in this relationship. This isn't all about you.
I feel like it is.
Good, because you're the only person you can control. You should focus totally on your problems. You can't fix him. The only person you control is you. So you gotta fix you. You're not an evil woman. You're not even a shallow woman. You're just confused.
I am shallow, I think.
You've just chosen a way of being in the world that says I must control everything because if I release my grip, I don't believe enough in myself that it will be okay. So I gotta stay on top of it with a death grip and I gotta make him do right.
That's very true.
Well, test it. He might be a really nice guy that happens to be in love with you. I'll tell you something about guys in general. Pretty much any old boy, you back them up in a corner enough, they're eventually gonna bow their neck and say, by God, that's enough. And at that point, it's gonna go south on you. It ain't about cheese fries.
It was a big eye-opener for me. I'm too controlling. I'm too possessive. It really gave me a wake-up call that I really need to look deep inside and really change myself because I don't deserve Steve. He's too good for me.
Coming up.
What do you think about these three couples?
Their relationship kind of scares me.
Every problem you have now will be hugely magnified when you get married. Your children yourselves. The number one thing that causes marriages to fail, a violation of expectation. You're a contaminator. Both of y'all are contaminators. Everybody is a contaminator.
We now return to the Dr. Phil house.
Why do you want to get married?
The reason I want to work these things out with Lisa is because when I met her, what I saw in her spirit, I wasn't expecting that. And I fell in love with her.
Are you ready?
Not today, but I'm learning where I'm not good. I have changed and I have grown. Being here and being able to talk to Dr. Phil, I really have great hope in us being able to work through these issues. Dr. Phil, if you had a family member that had anxiety and depression and you wanted to send them for the best diagnosis and treatment, what direction would you point?
Who are we talking about, you?
Me.
I believe is supporting him. That's why in the past 2 years, I haven't given up because I keep thinking it's a medical condition. I've seen what happens to him, and whether it's bipolar or not, it's something chemically.
I think 50% of the solution to any problem lies in defining it. And if you think that is an issue with you, I would be more than happy to arrange for you to go to the leading neuroplasticity center in the country and have your brain scanned and evaluated, and we will work you up and tell you what's really going on with you if you would like me to.
Yes, sir.
When Dr. Phil said he would get Scott the best treatment, it was a relief, a huge relief, a gift that is so generous. We're just so appreciative.
It's been a prayer of mine to get to the bottom of it, and him saying those words, it's like I can't even talk about it. He was going to help me. I'll never forget that.
So you youngins think this is the institution in which you want to enlist. What do you think about these three couples?
Their relationship kind of scares me.
I just want this to be a wake-up call, and you might want to really focus. You'll think you're prepared, and you're not. Everybody will make mistakes.
It's going to be hard.
It is going to be hard.
I feel out of place here. We're young, but we have a lot more to us than that. We've had problems in the past, we've overcome them, and we've moved past them, we've moved on.
This idea that we get married, we're in this together, and everything will be okay, is absolutely a myth. Every problem you have now will be hugely magnified when you get married. And your children yourselves, you got so much learning to do. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you need to do it. You need to commit yourself to it.
I just want our baby to have Lily and I be together, and I just want to be happy, and I think that so far we're off to a good start. We do have a lot to learn, like Dr. Phil said, but it takes time to learn, and we've got plenty of that time.
You got to ask yourself, do you want to get married or do you want to be married? Because you can all get married. I can have a preacher in here in 15 minutes, we can marry everybody. But if you want to be married, that's not so easy. If you want to be married, you have to define a relationship that works for both of you. Look, merging two lives together is not easy. You got to start sharing space, time, money, effort, energy, all of those things. And then you start introducing children, and I mean, there's just all kinds of things start happening. And before you do that, you got to make sure that you got a plan you can both be excited about. Let me tell you, here's the #1 thing that causes marriages to fail. A violation of expectation. You expect one thing and you get another. So you got to make sure that we both have the same expectations on such things as sex, religion, in-laws, career, geography, money, division of labor. Who's going to do what? And you got to ask yourself, am I contributing or contaminating to this relationship? Do you think you're bringing in contribution or contamination?
Contamination.
How about you?
I'm trying to contribute as much as I possibly can.
You think you're a contaminator, though?
No.
I do. Do you think you're a contaminator or a contributor?
Contaminator.
How about you?
Contributor.
Yeah, how about you?
Contaminator.
Contaminator.
Contributor.
Yeah, you're a contaminator. Both of y'all are contaminators. Everybody is a contaminator. We all contaminate in some ways. You can do it because of ignorance, lack of information about what you're going to do. Can y'all get ready to get married and be married in a healthy way? Absolutely. But you got some stuff you got to get your hands around, right? And you know that, right? It's food for thought, isn't it?
My expectations for a marriage with Kaylin would be for him to be faithful to me, to not be hateful and angry all the time, for us to live a happy life together. I'm sure there's going to be fights like every relationship, but I don't want it like it is now.
Well, I'm one of those people that believes there are no accidents. I think exactly the people that should be are here. We got the right people in the right place at the right time. We'll talk again.
Thank you.
Thank you
All right.
so much.
Thank you very much.
I don't ever want to be angry again. I want to be like all these other couples. I got to straighten my life out first before I move on.
Dr. Phil's telling me to get a backbone. I guess it was something I needed to hear. And hopefully now, you know, she's realizing that, you know, I can't leave at any time.
Coming up,
Do you know your spouse's credit score?
will Lisa's continued indiscretions drive a wedge between her and Scott?
Is it fair to say he's bankrupt? Does it go negative? They foreclose?
You can be a bit discreet. You don't have to elaborate about my life.
I've always said money can ruin your marriage. In fact, it's the #1 problem in a marriage and the #1 cause of divorce. So I sent money expert Marilyn Logan to the Dr. Phil house to question the couples about their spending habits. The couple with the least amount of money problems had a chance to win $20,000 from LowerMyBills.com.
I'm Marilyn Logan, and I'm the author of I Can't Afford to Marry You. It's based on a true story, my story. 1 month before I was to say I do, he decided to look at my finances. I spent more money than I made. And even though he loved me, he canceled the wedding. He said, I want you to be my wife, but right now, I can't afford to marry you. I don't want that to be any of you. Money is the #1 cause for divorce. So what I have here are a few questions, and they're all about money. The first question that we have is, do you know if your mate has any credit card debt? And if he does, how much? And I have pulled each and every one of your credit reports, so I know the exact amount.
$50,000.
5,000? I know nothing about money in all actuality.
Whenever I ask him, you know, we need to pay this bill and I need this amount of money, then he freaks out on me bad.
I would say about $2,000.
$800. Sometimes when we're in a store, we may go there for one thing and, you know, we're leaving with 10 things, and I feel as though sometimes if I were to say no, she's almost going to hold her breath and stomp her feet until I say yeah, and we leave the store with it.
Is it fair to say he's bankrupt?
No, you have to answer just this question correctly.
I lost count after he's filing for bankruptcy.
About 22,000.
250.
She has no credit cards.
Alrighty. Now, the second question is, do you know your soon-to-be spouse credit score?
I'm gonna say 710.
Maybe 705.
I don't think it even registers anymore. I don't think there's a number.
Well, obviously there's a number.
Honey, I don't know. How does that work after it goes down and down and down? Does it go negative? Can it, I don't know.
Check it out.
I think mine's negative, too.
I'm gonna say negative, but I know that at one time it was good, but now, no, it's not good.
Do you know her credit score?
Yes.
Do you know his credit score?
Yeah.
I don't even know that she's ever checked her credit score.
Does your mate have a mortgage payment?
No.
Yes.
He did. They foreclosed. It's the truth. I think Scott was a little disappointed with how much information I disclosed.
You can be a bit discreet. You don't have to, I mean, you have to go like, what is true to you?
She has our flipping credit report.
Yeah,
How do you
but,
be
and
discreet?
the point is, you don't have to elaborate about my life. She does.
No. And this is the last question. Does your soon-to-be husband have a retirement account? And if yes...
Hell no. You kidding?
She does, but I don't know how much.
He doesn't have
No,
a
he
retirement account. Does she?
No.
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 She doesn't have a job. No, she doesn't.
Hey, no scheme.
These are questions that most people will ask each other after they're married. I believe that you should have money talk long before you have pillow talk. A marriage is like a merger. It's like two individuals coming together to form a company. And so to make that company thrive, wouldn't it make sense that you discuss money at least once a week? I'm concerned about Scott and Lisa. I don't think he's interested in being married. I think he's interested in pursuing his dream. Steve has done a good job at managing his money. He's very, very responsible. I feel like he needs to find a mate who's equally financially responsible. Lacey and Kaylin are in the worst shape. They have a child together, and I think they're at a dangerous point. I've concluded that there's only one couple that can earn the $20,000 from lowermybills.com, Lily and Tim.
Well deserved.
I chose Lily and Tim because they're young, they don't have that much debt. The $20,000 will seem like $100,000.
If you are engaged or thinking about popping the question, log on to drphil.com to take my marriage readiness test. Plus, check out even more never-before-seen footage from today's show. Thanks for being here. So long.
I hurt Scott's feelings, and I feel badly about that. But I think it's part of my personality, and it's just who I am.
I don't know why she does it. I know it's not cool. And even when the guys and I were in there when the girls were being filmed, they're saying, hey, you know, like, that's not cool. I know it's not cool.
I'm so excited about the fact that we won the money game. Got completely speechless.
Steve and I didn't win any competitions, and we like to win. You know, we're competitors. But it's, you know, I realized it's not about winning the competitions. It's not.
I want to set one of these up in my own house so I can express myself to Lacey. I don't have to yell at her. I can do it all on here and be like, you brat.
Man, we just seem to have so many issues. How the hell can we change them? Hopefully something happens.